The Ichimoku cloud is a popular trading indicator used to identify market trends, support and resistance levels, and potential reversals. However, for a beginner trader, this indicator may be very confusing and as such difficult to use. And if you backtest it in a large sample size and different assets, you will notice that probably it is not as efficient as you might think. But in this video, I will share with you another cloud-based indicator that is more efficient, profitable and consistent than the Ichimoku cloud. As you can see, its signals are more simple, reliable and allow you to catch larger price movements. So I will introduce you to this new indicator, show how to use it and also test it on more than 3,000 trades among the forex, crypto, gold and stock market to discover its real efficiency. And stay tuned because this will be the new top 1 indicator tested on my channel. So this indicator is called Purple Cloud. On TradingView you can find 2 versions of it that you can use, but the one that I will use is this one created by my team, which you can also use for free. You just need to enter on my free Discord community, the link is on the description, head over to the free materials channel and there you will find the code of my Purple Cloud indicator. Open up this node, copy the code and then on the TradingView charts click on the Pine editor, then on open, new indicator and then just paste the code and save it. After that just click on the add to chart option and you will have this indicator working and with the right settings, which are 10, 3, 40 and 0.9. If you like this free indicator, don't forget to show me your support by subscribing and clicking on the like button. As you can see, this indicator, which is a trend indicator calculated based on exponential and simple moving averages with different weights, is very simple to use because it prints the entry signals on your charts. When this rocket appears, it means it is time to enter in a long position, and when this star appears, it means you can take a short position. You may also notice that this indicator changes the color of the candles depending on the direction of the signals, but you can turn off this function here if you want. Also, as you can see, this indicator sometimes prints these buy and sell signals, but they are weaker compared to these ones. So we'll not use them to enter in positions, and so I will uncheck them here. And by looking at some examples, this indicator appears to be very precise. But to confirm the results of this indicator, we will need to backtest it. And as I usually tell you in all my videos about testing indicators, to conduct a proper backtest you need to have first the technical system, second the risk management rules, and third the testing conditions. Regarding this last step, if you have been watching this series about testing different indicators to discover which ones are the best, you already know that my testing conditions are always the same, so I can compare the different indicators I test fairly and efficiently. So I will backtest the Purple Cloud in 3 different time frames, the 30 minutes, the 1 hour and the daily one. On every time frame, I will use the data sample from 2022 and 2023 with all the available trading sessions with an efficient and diverse portfolio of assets from different markets, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, 3 currency pairs, gold, oil, the S&P 500 index and the Apple stock. Regarding the second step, the risk management, it will also be the same one I used in all my other episodes, using a 2% risk per trade, a stop loss calculated based on 2 times the average to range indicator number, and by using a take profit on the 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio zone. If you'd like to know more about this risk management system, check out the first episode of this series. Finally, regarding the technical system, in addition to the Purple Cloud indicator, I will also use a 200 period exponential moving average as a baseline, just to filter losing signals from the indicator, in a way that I will only consider entry signals that are in the same direction as the trend given by this baseline. Here you have an example of a long position where the price is above the 200 exponential moving average, and here we have a short trade example where the price is below the baseline. And so these are our backtest conditions. Now, as all of you should know, the most popular way of backtesting is pretty simple to do. We just need to go back in time and check every signal manually. But if you are a follower of my work, you already know that I like to use a special tool to backtest indicators in a quick, simple and efficient way. And for that, I will add the indicators testing bot to my charts. For those who don't know, this is an innovative and unique tool that allows quick testing of indicators. At the moment, you have 48 indicators available to test, among trigger indicators, baselines and even volume indicators. But from week to week, new indicators are added to the database of this tool. After you insert it on your charts, you just need to select the indicator or indicators you would like to test, and in 1 second you will have all the results on your chart. In addition to me, dozens of traders also use this exceptional tool, and the feedback has been amazing. Some of them have even managed to gain access to funded prop firm accounts by using it. So, thank you all for your amazing support, and for those who would like to use this trading bot as well, I will briefly talk about it at the end of the video. After selecting the data sample, the risk management, the purple cloud with the settings I told you about, and the 200 period exponential moving average with the confirmation function, we are ready to start this big analysis. As you can see, the trading bot not only displays every valid trade on the charts, but it also gives me the monthly results on this table and the overall statistics about each asset I want to backtest down below on the strategy tester tab. And because I have the premium TradingView plan, I can download all the trades the bot takes, and that's what I'm going to do to create the trading journals. I will speed up the backtest, but you can slow it down in the YouTube settings. I see you in a minute. After inserting all the trades on my trading journal, here I got the results of the purple cloud on the 30-minute time frame, here on the 1-hour one, and next to it on the daily time frame. And overall, the results are really impressive. But let's analyze each time frame one by one. In the 30-minute time frame, after more than 1,800 trades, it achieved a win rate of 52% and a net profit of 126%. Here you can check other metrics like the profit factor and the average drawdown, and also the results of every single asset. By looking at the equity chart, we can verify that in this time frame, this simple strategy has some choppy moments and got a max drawdown value above what we would expect. But you can notice that despite this, it has a growth trend much better than most of the other indicators we have tested so far. Then, in the 1-hour time frame, things look even better. After more than 1,100 trades, the purple cloud achieved a win rate of about 54% and a total net profit close to 150%. Again, here you can find other metrics, including the drawdowns, which are much lower than the previous ones, and also the results from every asset, which are quite consistent. But the best thing to look at is the equity chart, which is very good for a simple strategy like this one. These little periods of drawdown can be easily fixed with a filter or a volume indicator. And finally, on the daily time frame, after 51 trades, the indicator achieved a win rate of almost 60% and a net profit of 19%. Therefore, the purple cloud indicator proves to be efficient and has a lot of potential. In our ranking sheet, it will beat the Dora Stochastic and will be our new top 1 indicator. So, I believe that this video deserves a big thumbs up. If you'd like to access this ranking sheet Excel, you can do it for free. The link is in the description as well. On this tab, you can check all my tested trading strategies, and on this one, the ranking from the indicators tested on this series, where you can also find out how you can access this indicator testing bot I showed you during the video. Just click here. And despite this being our new top 1 indicator, I will continue to test other indicators to try to discover others even better. So, if you think you have an indicator that can beat the purple cloud, you can share it with me in the comments or on my free Discord community, and probably you'll see it in a future episode of this series. So, do not forget to subscribe to don't miss anything. If you enjoyed seeing my working methods and would like to work one-on-one with me to enhance your trading system and become a better trader, you can see all my available services on my website, algotradepro.org. And that's it. Be well. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.